can, you know, respond to these wrecks. You know, we respond to flood. You know, the rescue squad, we used to respond to any disaster.
Y'all used to do a real good job on
Yes,
flood
we did.
detection, too.
We did. We really did, and that's something we need to bring back. And they say it's lack of volunteers, but you know, so if it's lack of volunteers, we're going to have this, and let's go volunteer an hour or two. You know, like I said, you might not be able to make it every time, but let's start. You know, let's try to get in there and just do what we can. And next council meeting, you know, David will be here, and we'll both be able to address you a little bit more. But anything y'all can come up with, we're willing to. So I'd like for y'all to all think of something. David, you was on there. You know, come up with something. You know, that how we can help improve it and bring it back to where we can have people, where we can go help everybody. And that's all I got to say.
Anyone else on the rescue squad?
Well, it should be important to note on that the rescue squad, I think, is the only organization on this entire end of the county that has the Jaws of Life.
Yes, I forgot that.
We have a ton of miners, you all know, that work all different kinds of shifts, and they go from here to Letcher County across slope, and yeah.
That is my biggest issue. You know, that Jaws of Life is an equipment that the county bought for the rescue squad.
When I talked to David today, he told me that he spoke to the Vanovers, and they only actually, on the squad, had 2 volunteers that weren't also employed by Johnson. So.
Well, in the same subject, I talked to David and I talked to Darrell Vanover. Darrell said he might be down here tonight, but he didn't come. But the rescue squad, it's a county-owned.
Yes, it is.
It has 2 ambulances, a 4-wheel SUV or the ATV. What is it? The little 4-wheel.
Yeah, and then the crash truck.
It's a boat and a crash truck.
And the crash truck has the Jaws of Life, which is so important, and y'all know it on accidents. And that's what, you know, is we need to get them, and we need to get people to get out there and get them.
David really, he wanted to be here, but he said to tell the people that they need a membership drive.
Mm-hmm.
They need volunteers.
That's what we're going to do. We're going to see how this comes out, and
he said he will be supporting the rescue squad,
Mm-hmm.
and he will be there for any meetings that they have scheduled. So.
And like I said, it's not that hard. You know, anybody, with Carolyn, we opened it back up in 91. Me and Carolyn and Jeff Wilder and I call and George Bibb. And it took us a struggle, but we did it. And we had a good board. And, you know, we had the Jaws, you know, we had the people there when you needed them there. And that's what we need to get back, you know.
The rescue squad consists of volunteers plus a captain, a first lieutenant, and a second lieutenant that are elected by the general membership. David McGill, he's the emergency management director for the county of Harlan, and he said he would be there to help in case he was needed, and he is also an associate of the rescue squad. So.
And Joe Grisham said it also, and Chris Allen is the captain of the Harlan County Rescue Squad. Is that right? Chris Allen. Okay, and he said that he would also be willing to help. You know, they're willing to help us any way we can to get this back operating up here. So that's why I'd like y'all to think of ideals and try to help us get it back going.
Okay. Anything else? Anyone else want to input anything from the public? If not, then we'll go ahead and second reading, start on the minutes, read the February the 15th, approval of the February 15th meeting.
Make a motion to approve the minutes for February 15th.
I'll second that. Motion made. All in favor, so indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Then the minutes for February the 18th.
This was for down there at the,
Requesting the funding, yes, we met at the Tourism Commission.
I make a motion to approve that.
Motion made,
second it.
Motion made and seconded by Mr. Elliott. All those in favor so indicate by saying aye. Opposed? Motion's carried, minutes approved. And the T-28, T-21 project has been permanently closed now because we've submitted the payment to the contractors, and then we submitted the documents, a request for payment back to the city, and the money should be coming this week, as a matter of fact. It's been approved, so we can repay the tourist commission back.
They give you an estimate time limit when you get it back?
Probably this week, basically, it's on fire, so they say. Next item is the financial statements.
May I be recognized, please? We didn't finish these minutes.
What other minutes? Oh, we had the
Yeah,
March the 1st minutes, okay.
Even with this note down there here, it must be important, and I'd like to make corrections to this. I found several errors in it, so I'd like to make a motion that these things be changed in this agenda. First of all, I've got it marked up so bad. Okay, after the mayor as presiding officer began the meeting, Councilmember Carolyn Elliott interrupted the mayor. That's okay, I don't care about that. The mayor stated that everything, oh, wait a minute here. I made a motion to abide by the agenda turned into the mayor on Wednesday and signed by 5 council members. That's one item. And then strike, Mayor Hatfield attempted to explain the agenda was merely a corrected agenda with all the same provisions have been corrected to prevent an illegal meeting from taking place. I want that struck. And then the mayor stated, in place of it, the mayor stated everything is on the agenda that is on this agenda that is on that agenda. I want the statement concerning Mr. Stagnolia struck. People talk in the audience all the time. That's simply speculation. That's not a fact. And there where it says her agenda, I want that changed to council agenda instead of her. And then where it says council member Carolyn Elliott recognized Joe Burns, it was the mayor that recognized Joe Burns. I want that struck and the mayor put in. And did I say, Robin, that the motion that I made was that we abide by the first agenda? Abide by that agenda first, because that's what I'd said. That
Well, I could cut this short and answer your agenda or request for a meeting had in there open to the public.
which is allowed.
No, it's not allowed.
Yes, it is. I checked with League of Cities.
I'm sorry.
Well, League of Cities, I went over this agenda, Carl, with the League of Cities before I
I'm not going to argue.
I'm not either. I think that if this is important enough to be in here, it's important enough to be correct.
You, this law here, KRS 61823, I could read this thing verbatim, but
Well, I'd rather you let me correct this because you thought this
no,
was.
that would be wrong. The agenda and the minutes that you gave were incorrect. They would cause an illegal meeting.
No, it would not.
No, it was not an illegal
Hold
meeting.
it a second.
And until you have a response as such.
Carolyn Elliott has the floor, okay? Any disruption, I'll ask the person to leave if they interfere with